Hello, job seekers. Melanie here with CGL Recruiting. And today we're going to talk about who can help me get a job. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that now. All of these free resources are out there and available to help you get a job faster. If you feel like the data in this video is helpful, please give us that thumbs up at the end. Don't forget also to follow me on LinkedIn. All right, job seekers, who can help you find a job? We're going to talk about 4 today and some strategies that you can use for each one of them. Now, let's talk first about your network. Now, hopefully you've watched some of our other videos on networking and you realize that it's not like a network like your parents or grandparents had. You really need a much broader network nowadays. A lot of the systems like LinkedIn and others work in their algorithms where the bigger the network you have, the more data you see, the more jobs, so on and so forth. But I want you to consider about your network is not always ones that you're necessarily connected with online too. Do you go to a church? Do you go to volunteer at a different organization? Do you have your kids in some type of activity where you participate in a parent group with it, like a booster club? Anybody in any of those different environments can be considered to be part of your network. Now, I do think I'm a huge believer in LinkedIn, and LinkedIn makes it easy to organize your network, makes it easy for you to have email traffic back and forth, I should say message traffic back and forth on LinkedIn, and it saves those messages. So it's really easy if you haven't talked with somebody in 2 months, 3 months, to go back and look at the past messages under their profile and see what was the last conversation that you had. So for a networking tool, LinkedIn is about the best one you can absolutely get when you're looking for a job. Now, do remember, if you are looking for a job full-time, turn on that hashtag open to work green banner. Your job search is at the top of your head every single day. It is not for your network. But every time they see you with your picture with that banner on, it reminds them that you are still looking for a job. Now, you need to reach out to your network in more ways than just coming to them and saying, I'm looking for a job. I need a job. Ways that you can reach out are company information. You should hopefully have a set of targeted companies that you definitely would like to join, either because of location or their culture, or that they are, right in your sweet spot for what you do with your profession, or they're a thought leader in your industry. Well, when you're reaching out to your network, a great way to engage them is to say, hey, one of the target companies I'm really looking at for my next role as a geologist is da-da-da-da. Do you know about them? Can you tell me anything inside about them, of their culture or the type of work and functions that they do that you think would be a good connection for me? So you're not actually asking for the job. What you're asking for is more information for them to be able to share their wisdom and guidance. The same way, if you have somebody who's maybe not in a company, but somebody who may be at a higher level than you, a good way to engage your network is to go to them and say, hey, I know that you moved on from this engineer role to a director of engineering, and it's something that's in my career goal. I'm trying to align the next position I accept with that. Can we maybe have a cup of coffee and talk more about that? So during that time that you guys are talking, you're getting valuable information from a mentor, but you're also reinforcing to them your fact that you do need a job and you are looking for that next career position. So somebody who I just think the world of, Marty Latman, who I'll have to tag him in this video. Marty runs the Financial Executive Networking Group, and he has the most brilliant quote, which I've been quoting, I think, this past couple weeks since I heard him say it, which is, there are no rules in networking. There is etiquette, but there's no rules. So when you're looking at networking and when you're looking at doing things, trying to engage people in your network, think outside the box a little bit. Maintain good etiquette, but think outside the box, because there truly is no rules. All right, let's talk about our number 2 person who can help you get a job, person or group. Now, a lot of people go to college or go to a technical school, and then once they leave, they never have any relations back with that university, college, or technical organization. Most of them do have some sort of career center, and they've done all the work to map to employers who are looking at positions or looking at candidates to match very specific positions. If you're a job seeker, when was the last time you went back and connected with your college or university job center? It is something I do highly recommend. There are some times where they even have some free resources that you can get access to programs. Sometimes some of them offer like LinkedIn Premium. There's other things that your university career center can offer you besides just finding that first job once you graduate. So I do think if you have not touched base with them recently, it's a great opportunity for you. Let's talk about our third one, that who can help you get a job, and that is recruiters and recruiting firms. Now, they're called all kinds of things, headhunters, talent acquisition, whatever. But when we're talking about the recruiters specifically, in this case, I'm talking about the ones that are external to a company. It is important that you remember how they work. Now, if you're not sure of the difference between like a staffing company, a contingent recruiter, and a retained search firm, I do recommend you go off and watch some of our videos on that, because they do function and work differently. They're paid differently, which gives them different motivations. And in addition, depending on your level, you're going to waste your time focusing with certain ones of them. Recruiters are trying to find the right candidate for the right position. So what's important of how they can help you get a job? Well, with recruiters, you're not just going to go and say, hey, can you help me find a job? And they're going to say, oh, yes, let me help you find this. That's not how 99.9% of them work. Instead, they need to be able to find you when they need you. So the way you get found by recruiters is having a great profile, right, on LinkedIn with as much data as you possibly can. So you come up in any searches that they do during that. And then the second way is to go to their website and fill out their application or submit in your resume, whatever format they have that they want you to do. That way you're in their system. They want the easy candidates. So they're going to look first and say, oh, well, have we talked to anybody before? Do I have anybody in my system? Before I spend 3 hours searching for somebody. So definitely the more you can make of connections like that, even if you don't hear from them for 6 months, I know lots of people who have heard from them 12 months, 18 months, 2 years later when they have a job that's a match. So who is our fourth person that can help you get a job? That's you. If you are not gaming on your job search, if you have lost your steam and lost your initiative, it's time to game back on. The more you put into your job search, the more success you will see. This is no different than anything else. This is no different than your schooling, your education. This is no different than the job that you had previous to this. Give as much energy and effort to yourself and your own job search as you did to the last company that you worked for. Again, if you're not putting in 40 hours a week, you are not treating this like a full-time job. Now, I know that can be difficult if you're working a survival job or if you have some other constraints on you, but don't let life get in the way of your job search. As much as you can, start setting goals, start setting things that you can do daily in order to help your job search. As long as you are taking steps forward, you will be in a better place tomorrow. I think for those of you that have watched a bunch of our other videos, we shared a bunch about the job seeker survey that we did. And our whole team was just flabbergasted when we saw how many people were spending less than 20 hours a week on their job search. That doesn't cut it. You have to be spending like it's a full-time job in order for you to see the results that you really want to see. All right, job seekers, if you have other strategies that you think would be great for other job seekers to know, as always, please put a comment down below. We love to hear from you. And I know other job seekers look to those comments to learn what's working for everybody. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon, but know the right job is out there for you and you are worthy of it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.